I don't think so. Thanks. Right. Hello. I think we're on. Hold on. Right, are we doing it? Really sorry it's a little bit late. I pressed go at 8 and it didn't do its thing. And you're pretty much watching like a live sauna because it's so hot in here, and it just jumped up over the last 6 minutes about 10 degrees when I couldn't get us working. Is anyone there? Let's have a look. We've got this delay going again, so if you've got any messages, just drop them in the thing. No sound. Can nobody hear me? No sound? Anyone hear me now? Can anyone hear me? Please just give us a nod, give us a message if you can actually hear me. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Are we doing it? I am always late. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I actually wasn't late. Just technical. Thanks so much for joining me again. It's, blame the tech, exactly. It's a one-man band this. I've got a hi-hat on my head for the next song. Yeah, thanks for joining me on your Tuesday evening. I know it's definitely a sort of pub weather, isn't it? But you're stuck with me. Let's play some music. Something doesn't feel right. Something about the happiness of a pain by numbers. You. Something about the good life, small talk gratitude. You can't blame me that you can't bless everything. Don't bless me, that I can't blame everything. Only pain by numbers. Just take your vitamins, and you could be the president. Spain by numbers, you can buy a sentiment, can loan an attitude. But you can't blame me that you can't bless everything. Don't bless me that you can't blame everything on the pain by numbers. Don't blame me that I don't blame everything on the pain by numbers, pain by numbers. Palms out for coloring, palms out for coloring. Pain by numbers, pain by numbers. Don't blame me that you can't place everything. Don't blame me that you can't blame everything on the pain by numbers. Don't blame me that you can't blame everything on the pain by numbers. Thank you very much. There's that moment when you look up and you go, and you want to see the monitor guy, so you can say, "Can I have some more drum machine, please?" And then all you see is like 5 screens, and all of them are doing different things, and you are the monitor guy, and your hands are full. Yeah, so that's a new one. For those of you that have sort of just joined, these live streams are kind of a part of a little project I'm doing on Patreon, which is kind of documenting making a record. So I've said I'll put a sort of new demo out once a month, but I've actually probably putting a couple out a month at the minute. And I don't know, it'll probably fluctuate, maybe a few some months and then less other months. But yeah, just what I do is it's quite a nice way to try out some tunes and play. I've never played live with this sort of solo project that I've done, so it's a really nice way to just experiment with a few different things. And yeah, really stoked that some of you could join us. When I say us, I mean me. If you tune into the one last time, you kind of got 45-minute masterclass on how not to tune your guitar. So I'll try and I've actually got a few more guitars out this time, just try and temper that nightmare. Hopefully we won't have the same again. Had a few requests for a few different tunes. None of these are old ones, but I guess this is probably an old one, if there was an old one. Feel free to send me some abuse or some comments or whatever on the this little bit down here. I'm pointing at where you're writing. This one's called Our Majesty. On the corner, the royals, the warriors, the spoils of war, well, they never come lightly. There's kids at the door, all these boats on the shore, all the ease we ignore and fear, well, they never come lightly. truth is we're ruthless and toothless and brutal, and we do it all too well, 'cause we do it politely. And is it all on my majesty? And is it all on me? And is it all on my majesty? And is it all on? Is it all on me? Slightest of hands all burn and abandon, and we do it all too well, how we falter so proudly. And of course it's the word to the poorest that will show to the door, but the daughters remind us that of course we're still free. Of course we're still free. Is it all on our majesty? And is it all on me? And is it all on our majesty? And is it all on? Is it all on me? All on me? Is it all on me? Is it all on me? And the crowd go wild. When I say that, I mean just loads of trains go past, and it makes me feel like it's a sort of rumble of applause. Thank you. Do you know what? Not sure if it's going to work. Here we go. So yeah, I tried this one last month, and being equally as prepared as I am this time, the one thing I was supposed to do was charge this up, and I forgot to charge it up, and it ran out of battery about 30 seconds into me playing the tune I wanted to use it for. So I switched it up a little bit, and I'm actually going to do the same version as I was trying to do the other day, because I felt couldn't really leave it like that. How does that sound? Turn a couple of things off, a couple of things on. Woo!
I'm a stranger here. Conversations in the grass and the howling at the moon. Always raining here. Some say it's gonna pass, but I know it won't be soon. So if you ever come dance with me, my two left feet of the morning, my aging right, I'll be waiting here to dance you out to the garden, this blooming stars, this blooming stars. Oh, it's closer now. The sound of marching, we ought to take all we need. 'Cause it's rusting out, rusting under the thought of all that we might be. So if you ever come dance with me, my two left feet of the morning, my aging rain, I'll be waiting here to dance you out to the garden, this blooming stars, with this blooming stars. The coast so clear, then fear will follow the call that our will might fail. 'Cause the ship we steer is just a daisy chain in the storm, with its shaking tail. So if you ever come dance with me, my two left feet of the morning, my aging race, I'll be waiting here to dance you out to the garden with this blooming stars, with this blooming stars, with this blooming stars. This blooming Oh, we got there, didn't we? Little collaboration with a pencil. Nothing ran out of battery, so that's a success. How we doing? How we doing? Loads of emojis going on. Brilliant.
Yeah, thanks for all your questions on the on Patreon, and I think I said on there I'll definitely get round to answering them. I was going to do some, on here, but some of the questions are pretty weighty about the state of the music industry and all kinds of stuff that's probably deserves a little more time than I've got you for today. What time is it? 8:30. Where's everyone listening from? Definitely playing Cornwall soon. Who we got? San, yes. Oh, brilliant. Good to see you, mate. Not actually, I can't actually see you. I can just see like a avatar of you. But that's brilliant. Any requests, stick them in there, and I probably won't do them, but I'll do my best. Brother and Bones song. Someone said about Brother and Bones songs last time. Actually, someone asked me about rock music, whether I'd end up playing any more rock music, because obviously that was, well, not obviously, but for those of you who just sort of discovered my sort of later music, so a lot softer than some of the stuff I was doing before. The answer is probably not, but the reason for that is I think just the circumstances of everything, because actually starting to play in a band and especially a more sort of rocky band was actually just a sort of natural response to sort of cutting my teeth playing in loads of bars and that kind of stuff. And when you're trying to play original music in bars in Cornwall full of like drunken Cornish people, of which I am one regularly, it's pretty hard to get for songs to come across. So I think as a natural reaction to that, you go, okay, well, how can I get my songs heard? How can they cut through? How can they cut through the noise? And then you end up just we end up with two drummers, so that was part of it. To the point where actually you couldn't even hear what I was singing about anyway, some of the time. But it was a good journey that. I could do a couple of Brother and Bones songs, I'm sure, at some point. That'd be fun. I'm not sure I've got anything. What have I got for you now? Hold on. Oh yeah. Give this a go. All my guitars are in weird tunings. I never know what's the right. Never know where I'm going with it. Here we go. Someone's in from Michigan. Michigan. Amazing. Oh, thanks for joining. I'm not sure what time it is over there. I guess it must be morning. North Wales, Amsterdam, Bristol, Leighton Buzzard, Paris, Forest Hill. Like it. Hey, Laura. Scotland. Where else? This Bloom featuring HB Graphite. I'm actually going to do a remix of that. Love all the synthy stuff. Oh, brilliant. A request for a Willie Mason song, maybe for next month. So I'm doing a cover each month as well. And I'm not really choosing what I'm going to play until I think part of the joy of doing a cover is sort of playing into your mood. So there hasn't been a lot of planning going into it. I'll do that after this one, but we'll talk more about that in a sec. But good suggestion. I could play Willie Mason songs all day if I knew all the words. Right. Does it ever make sense? Does it ever get easier? Do we hollow and bend? Is a coward season here? We have a day quite as the memories say they were. If we always say smile, smile for the camera. Does the summer come slow?
sweet. And all I have to say is sweet. Nothing. Is your city on fire, or is happiness souring? Did you cover up hope? It's calamity towering. Will I ever repent for this sorry old state of mind that I could fight a good fight, but I'm wishing my hands were tied. And I'm wishing my hands were tied. And all I have to give is sweet. And all I have to say is sweet. Nothing. But the end is in sight, and if only that truth would hurt, but try as it might, it makes it all easier. So carry or crawl, do whatever comes easier, 'cause you'll never be quite all you ever did think you were. All you ever did think you were. All I have to give is sweet. And all I have to say is sweet nothing, sweet nothing, sweet nothing, sweet nothing, sweet nothing.
That's what happens when you get to the end of the song. You realise when you've been rehearsing it, you didn't actually play it all the way through because you just assumed you knew it, even though you haven't played it for about a year. But we got there, didn't we? Gold and silver, gold and silver. Ah, someone's in from San Francisco Bay Area. Nice. When the world gets back to normal, come and visit you. Hey Will. Hey, my man. Kathy and Martin in Belfast. Any of the lads here? Who are the lads? Brother and Bones lads. Don't know. So this cover is I actually thought it was bloody hell, what's his name? I actually thought this was by John Prine, but it's actually not by John Prine. He just put it on a record that ended up getting the Grammys. That was how I heard of it, and obviously John Prine's a bit of a songwriting legend. Unfortunately, we lost last year, I think it was. He died of coronavirus, really sad. I mean, he was 80 odd or whatever, but still sad. He was just a real legend. I thought it was his song, but it's not. It's actually by a guy called Blaze Foley, who I probably should know because he was good friends with Townes Van Zandt. Townes Van Zandt's one of sort of my favourite artists. He's an old folk singer. He died in the 90s, I think. He's just right up there with the Bob Dylans and Neil Youngs in my estimations, I think, and in a lot of people as well. Sort of country folk guy, was covered by a lot of artists. Anyway, that's Townes Van Zandt. This guy was one of his really close friends, and it's a really mad story which I didn't realise until the last couple of days. He had a really sort of unfortunate end as well. He ended up getting this is a really morbid story, but anyway, he met a sad end which you can find out about on the internet. But he also which kind of had a lot of bad luck. And the first record he ever made, the producer of the record got arrested by the DEA, and the masters to his record got confiscated, so it never saw the light of day. The second record that he made was stolen from his car, and his car was also his bedroom at the time, because he was sleeping in his car, one of those rough and ready guys who was actually properly living it. And this is one of his songs. It's called Clay Pigeons. Some of you might know it again from John Prine. I think it's it's a song about kind of redemption, but not in any sort of grandiose way. It's just similar to the song that I played last month by Gillian Welch. It's just got that real surety about it, and real clarity, even though it's kind of I guess it's talking about being in a rut, but the inevitability comes from the fact that he's sort of singing almost in a way that he just knows the routine of getting into a rut, because that's what his life is. It's just a sequence of ruts and getting out of them through being able to find some kind of solace in himself through music or whatever. I'm not trying to read too much into it, but just about his just got real honesty about his journey, I think. And again, same as last month, just a really aspirational song. I don't know if I can do it justice, but I think it's worth checking out the original, as I said last week. So yeah, Blaze Foley. See if I can actually get this together. It's only 3 chords, so it suits my style, because that's all my chords.
I'm going down to the Greyhound station, gonna buy a ticket to ride. Gonna find her lady with 2 or 3 kids and sit down by her side. Ride till the sun comes up and down around about 2 or 3 times. Smoking cigarettes in the last seat, hide my sorrows from the people I meet, and get along with it all. Where the people say, oh, sing a song with a friend, change the shape that I'm in, and get back in the game and start playing again. I'd like to stay, but I might have to go and start over again. Might go back down to Texas, might go somewhere that I've never been, and get up in the morning and go out at night, so I won't have to go home. Get used to being alone, change the words to this song, start singing again, start singing again. I'm tired of running around looking for answers to questions I already know. I could build me a castle of memories just to have somewhere to go. Count the days and the nights that it takes to get back in the saddle again. Feed the pigeons some clay, turn the night into day. Start talking again when I know what to say. I'm going down to the Greyhound station, gonna buy a ticket to ride. Gonna find that lady with 2 or 3 kids and sit down by her side. Ride till the sun comes up and down around me about 2 or 3 times. Smoking cigarettes in the last seat, hide my sorrow from the people I meet, and get along with it all. Where the people say, oh, feed the pigeons some clay, turn the night into day, start talking again when I know what to say. Start talking again when I know what to say.
Absolute belter.
I'm going down to the Great House Station. On my ticket to ride.
Yeah. If you go and check that out on Spotify, there's a version of him singing it with another guy, just this beautiful, just 2-part harmony, and it's just absolutely stunning. It's like just one of those songs. It's just so, it's got a melancholy about it, but there's not a single thing, if you write it down musically, that has that. The melancholy comes from the feeling of the words, and I just think it's stunning. So yeah, hopefully we've inspired you to go and take a look around that, and listen to some John Prine as well, because that's how I found it. He's another absolute monster of the songwriting world. So I posted some lyrics. Dadgad tuning is actually dad tuning, DAD, for all the guitar geeks out there, of which I'm one. I posted some lyrics the other day for a song called The Numbers Game. I didn't actually get around to posting a video of it. I actually play it on guitar, but I've been struggling trying to find the right feel for it. So I thought I'll switch it up and just play it on the keys. I guess it's I was kind of thinking of like that Jim Croce kind of world. Jim Croce operator. It's way before anyone's time. That I'm just stuck in the 60s, so yeah, forgive me. It's nothing really like one of his songs. I just felt the feeling was in the same sort of world. So yeah, I actually had a little beat to it as well. I'm not sure if I like the beat. Let's have a listen. Don't know. Should we go with the beat? I don't know. I have to wait 30 seconds to get any response from anyone and see if we actually like the beat or not. Not sure it's suitable, but let's give it a go. Word of advice: always put your glass of water as far away as possible. Either that or just close to the most expensive thing to spill.
That's what God intended me. I don't buy into faith, can't afford celebrity. Belly full, usually. Don't need more prosperity. And I've got jokes that I can trade to get me out the numbers game. Out the numbers game. Some fall short, some will stay. Some have lost so bitterly. Those that watch we call insane, that they never learn to play. So fly on high, tuck your chain. I guess that's the numbers game. Are we stuck, and who's to blame if we lose the numbers game? Tried hard, and I can say just one thing truthfully, that I know how the rules are made, and it don't add up to me. So hold your up, wriggle free. There's no such thing as victory. Hell, I'm a real bad loser. There's no numbers playing me. There's no numbers playing me. Numbers game. Numbers game. Numbers game. Numbers game. That's the numbers game.
Yes to the beat. Swell beat. Beat is good. Yeah, beat. Class beat. Yes. Bit more of the beat. More of the beat. More of the beat. We've had plenty of the beat, haven't we? But yeah, thanks for the encouragement. Everyone enjoying themselves? Everyone have a good time? It's so funny. I said this last time. This is like, this couldn't be further from being a gig, and not in a bad way. It's just a completely different thing. I feel like I'm talking to people, because this is how I talk when I talk to people. But then I look up and there's no one there, and it's really bizarre. I guess I'm a sort of anachronism personified. Will, I'll tell you what that means later on. That means I'm an old man. Right, what have we got left? We've got one more tune for you. What time is it? 10:02. Well, give or take the 5 minutes at the beginning. Kind of got there, didn't we? Yeah, thanks again, everyone, for your support on this Patreon excursion. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's been something that's not really in my repertoire, not really in my not my comfort zone, but you know, I'm not really the social media guy. Like I said, I'm a bit of an old man. So it's really nice to be able to have that kind of engagement with people that are really sort of invested in what I'm doing and really encouraging. And yeah, just look forward to sort of throwing some more stuff up there. I've been working away at loads of different sounds and loads of different songs, so I'll definitely keep popping them out. And when it gets into actual recording, I'll post some videos of that, and keep you up to date. There's always different versions of things going around, so it's always nice to get people's opinions on what's working and not. Again, that's kind of new territory as well. I think you choose the people you trust for opinions, but it's really nice just to actually be able to throw it out there a little bit more publicly, but public in a way that feels like a sort of safe space, as they say these days, which is really nice. So yeah, thank you very much. It's been a real pleasure to sort of get amongst that and start to find a bit of rhythm with how it all works. And feel free to just drop me a message anytime on there, or I mean, as some of you have, just asking for certain things or wanting to chat about stuff. That's kind of what it's there for, I guess. It's just a bit of an open forum for people invested in certain things that they like. And I'm all ears. I'm always happy to chat. So. We got this far without the guitar thing. I actually tuned this before. I just got this out of its case for the first time in about 3-4 years. Kind of been relegated. Here we go. You're getting to witness it. The tuning masterclass. Anyone that's a guitarist will know that the setup on this guitar is what is making it out of tune. It's really hard to explain to people. You just think just tune your guitar, but when your guitar's not set up properly, when you play different strings, it makes it out of tune. And oh god, I think I'll do. This is another new one that I posted the other day. I started sort of filling out a bit of an arrangement for it, but I'll just obviously do the acoustic little version now. Yeah, felt like a little bit of a sort of Springsteen-y nod at the time. I'm not sure how it'll end up, but do I want to pick or not? I don't know. Can you tell me what that means? Nah. So I'll just read a few of these before I go, because I'll play this and then. I think so. Can you tell me what that means? An anachronism is something that's found in a time that it doesn't belong to. I think that's what I think it means. Otherwise, I've just sworn at someone in Latin or something. So. An anachronism personified would be me being the human version of just someone that is just that's me just being a prick, basically, just saying long words for no apparent reason, more so just because I can get away with it, because there's no one in a crowd to throw bottles at me. Is Numbers Game a commentary about music industry being about followers, views, streams? Yeah, that's a good question. I think I don't think it's about the music industry specifically, but it definitely feels like that's how I feel it's this sort of spirit of the age, I think, but I don't think it's a new thing either. I think it's also it's become very evident in the modern world because everything's quantified by views and streams and likes and listens and followers and all that stuff. But I feel like it's almost an age-old thing of society, really. And that's me just trying to give myself probably a pep talk that it's sort of I can live on the perimeter of it and not be sucked in by it, which is obviously a load of bollocks because it's impossible. So when I need to give myself a little bit of a nod to get out of the numbers game, that's my I think that's my song. It felt quite empowering at the time when I wrote it. It depends how you feel on the day, I think, as to whether you really truly believe it or not. But it's nice to have something like that to make yourself feel a bit better. Especially because I'm not the likes and streams guy. Do you know what I mean? Follow here, share here, like here. Right. Thank you once again. It's been a real pleasure sharing this with you. Thanks for sticking with me. And see you next month. hey. Guitar really loud.
There is a man down Speakers Avenue, rounds up the spineless with teeth for sale, counts up the bite marks to test his medicine, but he won't ask the questions to heal the way. Like, do you wanna be loved? Do you wanna be loved? Like, do you wanna be loved? Do you wanna be loved? She walks so gracefully through, not around, high on everything that's bringing me down. So I've got notions, 'cause I've got evidence of one good reason to turn it around. 'Cause we all wanna be loved. Oh, we all wanna be loved. 'Cause we all wanna be loved. Oh, we all wanna be loved. 'Cause we all wanna be loved. We all wanna be loved. We all wanna be loved. Come at the hour now, come at the town. Doesn't need questions to figure it out. Do we all wanna be loved? Oh, we all wanna be loved. We all wanna be loved. We wanna be loved. 'Cause we all wanna be loved. Something like that.
Oh yes, 100-inch cinema. Get it up there. Get it up on the cinema screen. Amazing. Nice one, Rick. Will you discuss the meanings of your songs more on these streams? That's a good question to end on. Oh, sorry, it must be really loud. Oh, it's loud for me. I think the short answer to that is I'm happy to chat about that stuff anytime, like I said, and I'm really grateful for the questions. And if you want to get into sort of specific songs or whatever, then sometimes it's easier than others. But I think the thing about explaining songs is often the fact that writing a song is your opportunity to say something that you can't really figure out a way to process. Whether it's a good song or a bad song, it doesn't really matter. You're still doing the same thing. So yeah, I'm happy to talk about it. Some of them are quite like self-evident. You can just talk about some of the processing those feelings, or you can almost talk more about that, or processing an environment, or processing the context of your life or a story or something like that. But yeah, but I'm happy to chat more about that. Yeah, maybe that's for next time. I've kept you long enough. Kept you over the hour mark. So yeah, thanks so much again, and I'll see you on the next one. It's been a real pleasure. I've really enjoyed it, and I'll keep trying to mix things up. I was trying to incorporate a little bit more Ableton stuff, but I just ran out of time with this sort of a technical. I'm gonna take a picture actually of this crazy setup. That triple screen madness. Yeah, so I'll try and incorporate a bit more Ableton stuff as a sort of